Look, I can broadcast for up to 8 hours. And I will not be doing that. So, a good evening, wherever you might hail from. I am Clyde with PT3D, and today I have some rapping to do. So, I'm hanging out. So, if you guys want to talk, cool. If you don't want to talk, cool. Either way, I'm going to still be here, and I figured, why not? You can watch my printer go for a little bit because it's doing its own thing. I just got done hanging out with 3D Printing Llama, aka Tom, and I also was there with Carl, which is Knack 3D Printing, and or Knack 3D, yeah, Knack 3D Printing. So good times, good freaking times. And I should have done this because I got done streaming with Tom and because nobody else was streaming thing. But I didn't do that. So, like I said, just to hang out. And I'm trying to pull up the chat right now. So I have to go through all this complicated stuff just to get the thing to show me chat. There we go. I have chat now. So you may talk to me at your leisure. And I'm going to start manipulating this stuff here. There we go. Now we've got the chat running. I fully anticipate not one person joining the stream because really it's kind of a unflagged, not planned stream. And I wanted to test the network connection because earlier it was crap. So hopefully now it will be somewhat fixed. If you wish to join me, you're also welcome to join me and we can talk live in front of a non-studio audience. Oh, Vince, you just proved me wrong. I didn't think anybody would show up. I thought I'd be sitting here talking to myself. So let's talk topics. What's the topic, buddy? Because you are the first contestant. I'm wrapping my son's birthday presents right now, so that is what's going on. I needed some company while I did that, apparently. So you're my company for the evening, so thank you for that. I figured people could watch my little print going on too on the Chiron while I did this. So it's fine. It's all in fun. So I love my son. He wants to sit and watch a couple of like creative YouTube videos with me because he likes to fall asleep to those. So we'll like watch woodworking, and there's a couple of really awesome Chinese ones that were going on. Nice. And I have an error in playback, but I think the stream is still live. So I'm going to check that real quick. All right. So according to this, we're still live. I'm just having a malfunction on my browser. So I'm going to refresh my browser here. This laptop does not like doing multiple things at once. It makes it very complicated to stream from sometimes. I don't know if it's actually the laptop this time or if it's the network connection. They were mussing about with the intranet today. So I don't know what that was all about. I didn't ask. So give me a second for the chat to come back up. So you're at work watching The Day After Tomorrow. That's kind of cool. That's a neat job to have. So you're watching The Day After Tomorrow and you still manage to find time to talk to me. You are awesome. All right. So yes, I am just going to be here wrapping presents for my son, talking to anybody that jumps in the chat. And Yeah, that's pretty much the extent of my my plans for this evening. So, if you have anything you wish to add to um, the programming, which there isn't any, then I would be happy to take requests. I'm running out of paper. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I did notice that as well. So hopefully that's not going to be indicative of this whole stream tonight. Because if it is, then that won't be fun. So I don't think I was saying anything overly important anyway. I was just talking about, just continuing on with wrapping presents and seeing if there was anything anybody wanted to talk about while I was doing this. Been working on prints for Murph. Excellent. It's always nice to have something fun and edgy for, stuff like Murph, Earth, and all those public 3D printing forum events. Be honest, I have nothing for Earth at this time other than a 3D printed house model, because I won't be able to go to Murph because I am still unemployed at the moment. I do not have the extra capital for that. But it's okay. One day, when I'm all grown up, I'll be able to afford to do that. So until then, hopefully I will be able to still attend Earth this year. I don't know yet. Things are getting really close on that one. So we'll see. But I look forward to meeting a lot of people at whatever I end up attending next. Hopefully the Earth. And I'm going to be out of wrapping paper, which is not ideal. Dagnabbit. Making my fire-themed lithophane box prints. Nice. Well, if I can, I hope I can get there, and I hope you can get there, and I hope all the stars align to make that happen. Unfortunately, it's not really a humongously expensive trip if I take a vehicle, but the misery I was in last year, I do not wish to repeat, because I basically drove down, turned around, drove back, and I really didn't get to enjoy it as much as I would have liked to, and it was a kind of a bummer, really. It was great meeting a lot of the people there, though. So, I mean, I would definitely, if I had to do it that way, I would do it that way again. I'm just hoping I don't have to. They don't make these spools of wrapping paper big enough anymore. Remember, they used to go on for days when you got wrapping paper. Now it's just like, seems like it's just like, nope, we're done. So what can I wrap with this? I've got like this little odds and end thing of wrapping paper left that I don't even know if I could wrap something with if I wanted to. You know how it's like to be a kid too. You want to have like tons of stuff that you can open on your birthday. So trying to accommodate that, but it just makes it difficult is all. So you're doing the whole weekend at Murph, getting the table for me and Ben. Nice. so he can bring his printer. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Ben was actually in the stream earlier with Mike. Well, I was on for a little bit with him. It was pretty cool. I think Mike's got some stuff he's working on as well for Murph. So I hope everybody gets to network really cool with everybody. Get lots of YouTube footage and so fresh. I know sometimes some of those events, though, it's so hard to live stream from unless you have like a data plan on your phone, because some of them don't have the Wi-Fi, which I could totally get. It's got to be expensive, but at the same time, if you're paying for a venue, you should get Wi-Fi. Just saying. I'm mumbling. You do a mix of paper, like each side a different paper. Right, there is that. Yeah, this is just unfortunate. I have more paper. I mean, I can go get some. I was just really hoping I could get all of the wrapping done tonight, then I didn't have to do it tomorrow. Hello, Paul. How are you? Well, I'm just wrapping some presents for my son, and figured I'd have a stream while my printer was running, because I'm printing a half pipe, but it's actually a quarter pipe right now, because that's the ramp side that I'm printing right there. You know what? I do have this awesome cardboard I may be able to do something with. Maybe I'll wrap something in this. That would be fun. Let's see if we can do that. Came as wrapping paper. It's gonna get mixed in there. Oh yeah. So we're gonna upcycle this cardboard tube that they graciously included and make that wrapping paper. Looking forward to meeting everyone. Has only met a few in the past, and yeah, I know, right? That is the coolest part, though, about those events, is that you get to meet so many people. And I thought what was cool about IRF is that, yeah, there were some pretty big names at IRF, but I gotta tell you, it was mostly like guys like it was a lot of guys like us. Or, well, not quite me. I mean, they had more people than I did, but not like the heavies, like, I mean, other than Uncle Jesse, I think, in Midnight. I mean, I know they have some pretty big followings, but they, it was a really good opportunity to like actually sit down and talk with, people. I mean, like Walter was there, and his channel was still growing at the time, and he was getting his brand out there. And I mean, I was fortunate enough to be able to take my son with me, so he was able to like see a bunch of the stuff, and he fell in love with the the Enable people there. They did the 3D printed prosthetic stuff. My son was absolutely smitten with that. Takes after his dad. But so yeah, I mean, there was just so many cool people there. Van full of puppies. And why am I brain farting on her name? They're both here in Maine. Right? Like you're thinking, well, this is not a pretty package, but it'll work. Yes, sir, it will. Now, I have 2 things left. And I'm trying to think how I want to do this, because I have a bit of paper. And I don't think I have quite... Okay. If I do it like this, I think I have just enough paper to do this. Oh, yeah. This is going to be epic. Well, maybe for me. I don't, not so much for my son. He'll probably be, what is this? But you know what? He still gets to open them. So isn't that what that's all that matters, right? That he can open them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this right here. And then I'm going to bring this side over. And I'm going to tape this right there. Oh, this is like a Chinese puzzle. And then I'm going to put a piece of tape in the middle to hold it together so it doesn't roll. We don't want it rolling. Then I can take this piece of paper and patch it in. Paper on a budget. I gotta go look for maybe a piece of paper that I can wrap the very last one in. Maybe get something to make something creative. And my son's gonna be like, "You gotta be kidding me, Dad, really?" Oh, that's what I did, actually. I just filled the gaps with a piece of the leftover paper. So, like I said, he's young. He's not going to care. I've never been wrapping paper and me have never gotten along. I swear, we have this like relationship where we agree that I'm just horrible at wrapping things. And we just go from there. I mean, I've been able to wrap some things like just like pristine corners and crisp edges and just like, I mean, I wanted to take pictures of it because I wrapped it so perfectly. And then every other time I've done it, it's been like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. So I just accept it. I do not have a talent for wrapping. So it looks good like this. It's just that it looks, well, it doesn't look bad. So now I have one solitary gift left that will need to be wrapped probably in the morning. So I think I will just take it home and wrap it in the morning. Because honestly, I think it'll be perfect like that. But I also have another project to do while we are here, which is I got to work on the wall. The hex tile wall is, I've put it on hold a little bit because I was having issues with adhesion. And I really wanted to, keep moving on that project because I felt really, I was like, yeah, I want to get this done. But thankfully, I haven't had too many people going, hey, where's my stuff? How come you don't have me up there yet? Because I wanted to get that going, but I've had this issue with something to, have for something that's going to stay on the wall because this room gets so hot that whatever I've used so far just kind of comes off the wall. So we're going to switch angles and we're going to play with that. What size hex? I can make one of my maker coins on it. Yes, you can. Actually, I put it on Thingiverse. It's I will try to access it from here, and then I'll post the link real quick. It's on my Twitter page too, at 3D This. So we go to Thingiverse. Oop, too many dots. Too many dots. Boom, 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 boom. Signing me in. You. My things. This is the Shout Out Wall project. Hey, this thing's still a work in progress. Copy. And then I can just go like this. First, it's right there. Boom. It is thing number 337. So check. I don't know. What is it? Thing 3372690. Uh-oh. Please, am I still? Okay, good. Just making sure I'm still live. All right. I think I'm still live. Hopefully. Yep, looks like I am. All right. So what we can do now is, I don't know. See, if I do this, I won't be able to see the chat anymore. Oh my God, my glasses are just bent. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Hey, D. Hello, are you there? Well, yes. Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. I'm only going to be here for a little bit longer because I require something, whatever that something is. You can come join me if you like. Good. Okay, so I'm going to remove that link in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Removed. Okay, so yeah, I was wrapping some stuff for my son and, you know, one of those things. And I totally forgot you, sir, need a hammer. Who else needs a hammer? Everybody has a hammer. A little wrench, whatever. All right. Everybody has a wrench. Well, everybody in here does, anyway. I still need to adjust my Google Glass, my glasses. Hey, there's D.
Hey.
Hi, D.
How are you?
Yeah. I was wrapping some presents for my son. And then was printing, and now I'm trying to figure out how I can effectively turn my computer around so I can still see it. Whoop! Well, that's not a great way to do things.
Without doing that.
Without doing exactly what I just did, yes. Because I have a very limited amount of space over here. So I'm trying to get this to turn. There we go. What am I looking at here? Can't see, but that's okay. I got a mouse. I got a camera. We'll travel. All right. Now I got to do phase 2 of this project. How you doing, D?
Not too bad. How are you tonight?
Oh, can't complain. I gave you a wrench, but now for some reason my chat's not refreshing. Love it. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everything ready for Wednesday and start the hypercube up.
Nice. Yeah, I got Wednesday. She's going in for surgery, so I'm going to be gone for that day. And then Tuesday, I'm going to be, I don't know. Vince, is that chat still working? Because I can't tell. All right, well, let's do this thing. Oh, you know what? I got to turn the camera. So we're going to turn the camera that way. Because I think we can see that. Yes. Okay, thank you. I really do appreciate that. All right. Yeah. We can see that. All right. So this is my shout out wall, and I owe a couple of them I got to get done. Canadian Maker Project. I got to do Ron's, and I have another one to do, and then I got one that I asked for some information on because I wasn't sure if it was correct or not. Haven't heard back from them. Oh, yeah. Now I can see the chat while I'm working. And I know I've got like this double vision thing going, so, but I think it's okay because then you can see if I'm looking at you. Does he see me? Does he see me? I'm going to try this new stuff out because so far the stuff that I was given is working splendidly.
Yeah.
So we're going to give it a whirl. I may have to reprint this one though. Well, this was the Grand Garage one, is the one I was talking about. I wanted to make sure I had the right channel so I could go and visit it, but I wasn't sure. So, all right. So yes, I know these are like my original ones that are actually still up here. I don't know how. This one, I acknowledge you. That one is actually still up on the wall because that's using that double-sided Gorilla tape.
Oh, yep. Not so easy to pull off.
Well, that would be the ideal situation. So I got this T-Rex stuff, which is supposed to have a 30-pound hold capacity, and I only need to use a tiny piece on it. So we're going to try it. Oh, my God. Ugh, can't even get it out of the freaking package. I guess it does have 30-pound. So, yeah, what I can do is I can just take just a tiny bit of it off because, I mean, this stuff is ridiculous. And then put it on one of these and then peel it off. And then I should be able to just stick that right on here. The only downside is it lined up, because that's going to be a problem if it's not. But here we go. Now I would just love this little project. It's actually a lot of fun. And it gives me something to put on the wall.
Yeah.
I need a white one. We'll put Grand Garage on. Yeah, come on. Put you right there. Let's see, who else do we want to do here? Yeah. Oh man, did I crash again?
No.
I don't know what's going on with this network connection today. It's killing me.
It's still running fine on this end.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just my my YouTube client. Because for some reason it just keeps blinking out on me.
Yeah, I see it changing on the YouTube side, so we're still running on that end.
No, that's good. No, it's probably just my connection on this side. The streaming might be okay, but there we go. Finally, I'm hoping that this solves the problem I was having. Thank you, Vince. It's hard to tell sometimes what exactly is going on with the streams, because this computer, sometimes it's like I use too much bandwidth, and it's like I end up, it feels like I'm losing, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So I don't know. At least now I know it's not a Mac specific problem. It also happens with non-Macs. There we go. Because I was using that Mac in here for a while just to use for watching the chat and stuff. And it would constantly lose the stream, so I couldn't see what people were saying.
Yeah.
But apparently it's not just that, because this is doing it now too. And we got to put Ryan right here in the bottom middle. There's Ryan.
Yep.
Mr. Buttram. I think that's looking okay.
Yep. I'm doing some vinyls for Mr. Butcher.
Nice. Yeah, I should bug you about doing some for me too.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I already bugged you about that. Never mind.
I got the logo. I just gotta. I've been cutting some because I gotta do. I'm doing some banners and some decals for
Ryan.
Well, for Xyltech.
Ah.
Actually doing some banners for the warehouse and doing some decals for their vehicles.
That's cool, bud. It is a kind of a give and take type thing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay, good. As long as you're getting some love out of it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
See, that's how commerce is supposed to work, though. You know, I have something, you have something. It doesn't have to be money, because equivalent value, same thing.
Well, I've got the vinyl. I got the banner material. I got it here to get used up.
Yeah. Nice. So here we go. That's the hex wall. Now I can actually start printing some more of those. We'll see if they stay up. Because now I've got to, here, I'll flip this back over here. Because this is definitely much more interesting than staring at me. I like this because this, I'm working on using the Chiron again, now that it's been kind of fixed.
Yep.
Because I had that little bit of an issue, which turned out it wasn't actually a legitimate issue. It was actually my fault. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously it's my fault, but it wasn't a printer error. It was my error because I was trying to run the printer too fast.
Yeah.
And the Chiron just cannot handle like over 40 millimeters per second, really.
Really?
Well, I mean, I guess it's about 50. Travel speed, it's fine with, but you can see the speed. I don't know if you can. I do the math based on the frames per second, but that's it's printing really well now. It's not dropping. There is something weird here. I don't know what happened there. A little bit of a shadow there.
Now, like this, this is a cover.
Yeah. Oh, for the scope?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and that was printed at 100 millimeters per second.
Nice. Yeah. See, on this, I could not do that. At least not the way it's currently set up.
Yeah. And that's using that Pathio slicer. Cura wouldn't do this.
Well, I need to figure out. I gotta do the firmware on the CR10S at some point here soon, because I've got the clone Bondtech extruder.
Yeah.
and I'd really like to get that installed, which is funny because it was like what, less than $20. So I want to see kind of if it actually does the same work, you know,
Yeah.
or has the same quality as what is it, Triangle Labs there. So I know I was talking to Tom about that, but they're made by the same company. I think Triangle Labs just actually does the quality controls on it.
Yeah.
So when they order them in bulk, they just take them out of the packages and make sure that the the units are up to spec. So they keep the quality control consistent. Because I mean, if you look at the stickers on all of those, they're almost all identical. Yay! Look, now I can sit down for a few minutes before I have to like get off here because I have to go back and make sure my son is in bed. Oh, but at least now I can sit and relax for a few. I should probably switch over to the chat so I can see that if it's working again.
Yeah, I gotta put some decals on these.
Yeah. Well, it's so much more fun to watch the 3D printer print than listen to me babble. And I got to do a video on the that silicone mat that I got the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, those look good.
Yeah, that's these are not printed, these are bought, but
Yeah, well, those you really don't want to 3D print those anyway.
nah, they're so dang cheap.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be worth printing them anyway.
What'd you get them for? Less than 10 cents a piece, right?
Yeah, they're I want to say like 23 cents.
Oh, okay. That's still not bad though. About 15 a pack, or you get the 10 packs, or
Yeah, all depends when I get them what they want.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
cheaper,
I haven't.
cheaper to buy big packs.
Yeah, I mean, there's most the places. I think you can get, depending on what you want. The color really doesn't matter for
No,
most of the stuff.
yeah, it's just quantity.
Yeah, because once you put down the vinyl, it depends on whether you're doing a front face, like if you got a big background vinyl and then you've got your detail work on top of that or not. Yeah, I haven't actually done vinyl on that style plate in a while. I've only done it a couple times though.
Yeah, the place I do, they have a couple of nice ones they've got now. They have the it's like the metallized finish, like the chrome.
Yeah.
But they got like the chrome blue and the reds and all that stuff too.
Oh yeah, the anodized look.
Yep.
Yeah,
Look
that
like
stuff does. Well, it seems like it's a little bit thinner too than the standard vinyl.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't leave much of a profile if you when you roll it out onto the vinyl. It almost like it almost sinks into the vinyl, even though it doesn't, because it's got such a thin profile.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I just got some of the it's that metallic for the heat applied for the shirts.
Yeah.
That stuff come out nice.
That's cool.
Not cheap, but it's nice.
No. I'll tell you what, if this part comes out the way I think it's going to come out, I may end up doing a tooth. Because this looks like bone. It looks like that tooth color, like the bone color. It's like it's a hybrid between a natural PLA and a white.
Yep.
It's definitely not white though. I mean it would fall under that white, but it's so like it's just off white enough that it's almost got a translucence to it.
Yeah, it's probably almost like that milky white from Xylotech.
Yeah, no, that's it. I love this. I love this kind of filament though. Because I know the guys over at US monofilament have the natty filament as well, and I love that stuff. I honestly don't care too much about colors with filament, to be honest. The only reason I use it is because people request stuff in a color. So, I mean, that, and I just got stuff just to try it out because it was a good price or whatever. I still got to order some stuff through Zyltech. Haven't done that yet.
I'm still working on trying to bump the percentage up.
Yeah, give it time. They get enough business, they will. You know, because then it becomes quantity.
Yeah.
You know, which they will definitely benefit from. I mean, the more they sell, the easier it is to do that. Because then it kind of starts falling into a volume discount thing.
Yeah.
Print and play. I mean, I've got some stuff set on there on my because I've got an account there, so I've got some stuff that I want to try out.
You're looking to try out some colors?
I'd rather go with the natural, I think, from them for right now. I mean, the only thing I'm really wanting to get into is I want to do some of the HDPLA. Like I was talking with Tom a little while ago on his stream about that.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about the strength of PET PETG over PLA. Because I was saying I wasn't going to print those Rockwall handholds in PLA because
they're just too fragile.
Yeah, PETG is so much stronger. And he's like, well, no, what about the HPLA? And I'm like, oh, well, so that's a different category of PLA. I mean, that doesn't, so.
This is their clear PETG.
Hold on, let me swap windows real quick. Yeah. Oop, I lost you. Yeah, no, I like that.
And this stuff is.
That's the PETG?
Yeah, it won't snap like the PLA.
Yeah.
It'll flex, but it won't snap.
Yeah, it depends on the thickness too, on the and the infill percentages, the wall thickness and stuff. Because I mean, like the Rockwall handholds are not gonna because they're solid. And I mean the end cap for the racetrack that I did, that wouldn't either. But the the fitting that I made for the template, if I yanked on that, it would break it. It's not really designed for that. The quarter track that I'm doing right now is PLA, and I don't care if you drop that off a 3-story building, that thing isn't going to break. But it's because of the orientation.
Yep.
It's not. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that. It'd probably chip it, but it wouldn't break it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also passed through some of those. I went through all the way with those holes to kind of reduce the amount of filament required.
Yeah, I did some of these blanks.
Yep. Hold on.
This is out of their. This is out of their wood fiber.
Yeah.
Stuff. These are strong. They ended up real strong.
I think people would be surprised at how strong some of this stuff can actually be. Again, it's all about orientation, though.
Yep.
You make it along the grain. If you're planning on flexing it, it's going to be strong. And if you do it across the grain, forget it. It's just
exactly.
Because you're not going to get a perfect adhesion between layers.
No.
So the bigger the layer, the better the chance of increasing that strength.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're running super hot, then I can see you having a much lower chance of delamination. But
and then PLA gets to the point where it starts crystallizing.
Yeah, I know. And that's rough. Like it's almost a dance because it's like you want to ramp that first layer up high as you can get it, but if you ramp it too high, then you just created another problem.
Yep.
So I usually try to operate about 5 degrees C under the max operating temperature of the PLA, and then I ramp it down to about the mid-grade point. So
I'll tell you, I'm running the volcanoes now on the i3 and the Xialtech stuff. I'm down around the 190s mark with printing it,
yeah,
and it runs and it adheres great.
I still love it. People still, for some reason, have issues with me using this ultra base. I still don't get it. It's like I have not had an adherence failed print on this yet.
Well, and the funny thing is, I got the 210 by 210
Yeah.
on the monoprice, and it works flawless.
Yeah, it's just that if this printer cools off at a power failure, I'm not going to be able to restart the print.
No, it's going to pop.
Yeah, it'll pop. But as long as I'm running this at temperature, because I've calibrated this thing and I've leveled it according to the temperature of the build plate that I use, and I always preheat it to 60 degrees C.
Yep.
Always. Because I'm only printing PLA on that machine. So that I know 60 degrees C is going to be where it's at. You know, the filament temperature doesn't matter a hill of beans as long as my nozzle is where it needs to be on the build plate.
Yep.
And I think I did some micro steps on this on the last stream I did when I was here with you guys. And I haven't adjusted it since. And I mean, this is only like the third print since then, but you know, I mean, I turned it on today. I haven't been in here in a week, and this is what you see. I didn't level it, didn't do anything. I just turned it on and started printing.
Yeah, that 300 by 300 ultra base that I got.
Yeah.
Nothing will stick to it.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I think is funny is I get a lot of people telling me the same thing. They just can't get the ultra base to stick. I haven't put anything on this build plate. I treat it like crap. I haven't, other than wiping it off with my hand, I haven't hit it with isopropyl alcohol or anything. I haven't even washed it. And it's still doing that. And that's considered a large part. You know how on the A-nets, if I did that with painter's tape on an A-net, you'd see that right side corner, that thing would be peeled up already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even at 60 degrees C, if you could ever get it to that. So it's just, I don't know. Maybe I got lucky and just got a decent, ultra base. But I mean, I was not going to give up on that heated build plate. I went through a lot of trouble to resolder that sucker together just to make it work, and if I can do it.
Well, and the funny thing is, I send a message to Anna Cubic, and their response was make sure it's level.
Well,
and it's like,
well, I mean, you can see the artifacts in my build surface if you look close enough. I've drilled that freaking build surface with the nozzle, and I still can print on the spaces that I've done it. It almost heals itself, which is hilarious because it's a very rigid surface. It's not like the that build surface that like what is it?
It's not like Build Tech or
yeah, just like the build where it's got that texture to it. I had some of that on the A-net, and I ended up screwing it up because I couldn't get the part off, and I ended up gouging it and peeling some of it up on accident, and I was like, oh my god. And that was the stuff from Folger Tech, because I have 2 of those sheets that came from Folger Tech with my FT5.
Yeah.
And that's the only machine I used it on was that one. I didn't even use it on my Folger Tech because I'm using mirror tiles. And the only thing I use on mirror tiles is either the diluted Elmer's glue, which I will not do anymore, and Magigoo. And Magigoo, I haven't had any failures with it. What is it? PVA glue.
Yeah.
Glue sticks and stuff. I used to use that all the time on the the CR10S before I got the Magigoo. I used that on the Jenny printer. And no problems. I mean, I'd have a part lift every once in a while, but
Yeah, this stuff I was using the fill bond.
yeah. And there's so many good products out there, but the big one is what does it do once the bed's heated?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What does that? Oh, hold on. Sorry. Hi, Paul. Sorry, I was out of that screen. I should have been in there.
Oh,
Hi,
TK,
TK.
Paul. Hey,
You
how you
don't
doing?
even need a heated bed for PLA, right? Sorry. And it's level thing about checking the plate. There are a few batches of ultra bases that were not level, but bowed in or out. Oh yeah, that's a good point too. I don't know anything about that. Well, then again, this is a really strange ultra base because this is almost like a borosilicate glass impregnated with, or printed on ultra base.
Yeah, they've got that special coating that's printed on the top of the borosilicate glass.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not the same as a stick-on, ultra base.
No.
So I know that people see it and they're like, oh, well, it says ultra base. Well, it is. It's an ultra base system, but it's printed directly onto the borosilicate glass.
Yep.
So I don't know that necessarily makes it an ultra base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That everybody's used to using.
And like I said, I've got the borosilicate that, on the 200 by 200, it works fine.
Yeah. And that might be what it is. It might be that other stuff was just kind of like the build tack.
Well, and they're both the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
the
and the
200 and the 300, and it's like the 300 don't work worth
a flip.
And they're like, make sure it's level. And yeah, it is level. I said, it's not the first rodeo.
No.
So, well, is the nozzle close enough? It's like, yes,
I mean, you've seen how I level my machines. I make most people cringe, but it works. I get it done. I mean, my CR10S, I mean, it tends to go out of level more than my Chiron does at this point, which is ironic because the Chiron is so much bigger. But the CR10S, yeah, it just drifts out of alignment periodically, and all I got to do is go bump, bump, and it depends on the filament. Yeah, so do I, TK. That's what I was talking about. That's why I got those giant knobs on it with the arrows, so I remember which way to turn it.
I got to say, I don't think I've leveled the i3 now, and probably 3 months after changing the last time I changed the nozzles that it lasted.
I haven't leveled the Jenny in almost a year. What does that tell you? I haven't touched the Jenny. All I do is tell it to print something and it does. I mean, it's the same one. I'm just doing the maker coins out of it, in PLA. That's it. All I got to do is feed it PLA and throw some more coins out of it.
Yeah.
I print coins whenever I think about it. I mean, I could have done it when I first started and it'd be just about done by now. But, I don't always remember.
The only big difference is when I had those big V-groove rubber wheels.
Yeah.
They ran, but the thing would go out of level all the time. I went to the Xiotech, had those hard plastic ones.
Yeah.
And those things are just, they don't wear out. They stay nice.
Well, I mean, that's a problem that I've got with the Chiron. That's a problem that I've got with the CR10S. The tires will actually shed and drop onto the part.
Yeah.
And then I end up with these boogers inside the part that you can see. I don't care. I mean, I blow off the tires when I think about it. And I was watching this thing the other day and people are commenting about it. And they're like, oh no, that's just dust collecting on the wheels. It's like, no, that's wheels. That's not dust.
Yep.
Why their prints are not sticking. the new printer, and they will need to level each print till it settles down. It's like I told everybody, if you're using an Anycubic Chiron, for example, and you're using the Ultra Base system, preheat the damn heat bed for about 15 minutes before you start printing on it. Then level it, and then level it again, and then microstep it where you need to. And then once you're done, you're done. Yeah, I mean, the Chiron, the only reason I had to level it this time is because I was messing with the nozzle. If I didn't mess with the nozzle, I would not have had to level it. But I screwed up when I reassembled the nozzle. That was my fault. And I put a new one on, and I had to redo it. But once I got it to where it needed to be, this is like the third print right now. Oh, yeah, I got what you're saying, TK. Yeah, no, it's an ongoing process. I mean, especially when you're dealing with a large build volume like this, I always recommend, it's like, if you want to see if your printer's really level, just print out those little corner cubes. They're like 3 layers high, and you see, you know, whether or not it's thin or whether it's thick. Do that a few times. You're going to get a different result every single time unless you preheat your build plate. I mean, half the problem with 3D printing is it replicatable? Is it repeatable? So if you do the same thing every single time on your 3D printer, you're going to get the same result.
That's one thing I got to say about my i3. I can move the print to any corner of the bed.
Yeah.
And it'll print.
Yep. And that's what I love about these printers, though. It's like once you get it spot on and you get it dialed in, that's it. The Photon print 5 coins, 1 in each corner, and then in the middle, and check. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I've heard nothing but good things about the i3s.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the money for one, but I had to pick what my budget was going to be. And for the price of an i3, I got the Chiron. You know, I mean, this is about the biggest printer I need, but I need like another 100 millimeters. If I had 100 more millimeters, I would not need another printer.
Yeah, that's why the Hypercube now. That's 4x4 by 580.
Yeah, I need a 500 because in order for me to print the R2D2 dome in one piece, I need to have that. Because then I can do the rings, I can do the casters, all that stuff I can do in one piece. So, but for right now, this is as big as I'm going, and I can do quarter slice on the R2D2 build. So instead of having like one piece, I might actually be able to do like half cuts, but I don't know yet. I'll have to try that. It also means I'll have to get bigger spools of filament and expect the Chiron to be working for probably a week on one print and hope it doesn't fail.
Yeah, hopefully they're talking, Xylotech's talking about getting the
5Ks.
Yep.
5Ks are becoming more popular, although I'd really like to see somebody come out with a reliable and affordable hot end that uses the pellet system. Because especially with the bigger printers, I mean, it's not even worth using filament anymore. They ought to just switch it so it's pellet only. A lot less goes wrong because then you've got an auger instead of PTFE tubing.
So that's kind of the thing. There hasn't been enough development. There's not enough places out there creating parts to make it.
Yeah, I know. There's one guy in South America that developed one, and it looks freaking awesome.
I've seen a few guys that have bought into that, and the parts are just not there yet.
Not to scale on the the legacy one, or not the legacy. It's the Michael Badelli one. Badelli. Anyway, it needs to be a 500 millimeter build plate. Unless I scale it down, but I don't want to scale my R2D2 down. I want it full size, large as life. Because it's R2D2.
So you can fit the midget in it?
Well, I want to climb. I want to be able to sit in it. No, I'm just kidding. That'll never happen. Yeah, see, I mean, this is the dome. Well, what I've got of it anyway. I actually used a 3D printing pen to fill in some of the gaps on this too. But I'm done a little bit of sanding on it, but not much. Most of it was just, post-processing, support removal, and I definitely it's not my finest printing work ever. But, it's together. I guess that's what matters, right? But we'll see. Of Dusty Bin on an old game show. Heard of Cupid dolls. I don't know about Dusty Bin.
Yeah, I was looking at possibly printing one of the Daleks.
Yeah, I know. Well, did I tell you I would love to do one of those for one of the ERFs, one that you could actually sit in and drive it around using a wheelchair or a power chair, and then when you open it up, you can get out of it, and then you can drive it around with the camera. I thought that'd be cool. That way you can actually sit in it and manipulate all the voices and stuff, or you could actually just modify your voice to do it.
Yeah, I had the schematic for the voice changer for those.
Yeah. Exterminate. Yeah, I'd love to do one. I actually wanted to take it a step farther though, and I wanted to resin cast the bulbs on the outside to where you could they would be held in place by a magnet, so you could actually pull them off if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what the point would be in doing that. But.
No, but I got my TARDIS light switch covers.
Nice. Well, I got my TARDIS sitting over here in the corner. Oh, wait. Maybe, no, did I give that away? Hold on. I might have given it away. Nope, I didn't. It's right here. Yeah, I've still got the TARDIS.
Take my patch off.
And this was done on the CR10S when I first got it without any calibration, nothing. All I did was get it level, and then wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It was one of the first prints I did on that. And this is how it came out. And that's with overhangs. I mean, you could see inside here, if you look real close, there's a where it's real, the pattern is real loose, but there's so many layers that it tightened itself up.
Yep. Yeah, built it up to it.
Yep. And of course, I got the the castle or the tower, whatever you want to call that. This one was printed on the Chiron, though. Did you notice what I was doing? I was looking down here. I was like, wait a minute, what was the pattern on that? Oh, I gotta get going home. See to pick tonight. Oh, the Daleks dome stained glass. That's cool. Mod me. I lost my mod. How did you lose your mod? I didn't tell you that you couldn't be a mod. Screen is locked on Mr. D.
They just locked it in me?
I don't know. Did I lock you? I don't think you're in presenter mode. I just wasn't talking.
No, there's
YouTube again.
that
There
was
you go,
weird.
TK. YouTube happens. It's okay, because I thought you were a mod too, weren't you, D?
Yeah.
And I had to add you again too, didn't I?
Yeah.
Let me refresh here and see if it took this time. Did you get a blue wrench? Did you get a blue wrench? Did you get a blue wrench?
But I got my heaters in from Zyletech.
Cool. Hold on a sec. I got a splinter in my palm. I got a splinter in my palm. I just noticed it. Usually I notice that like tons sooner because I don't like if there's anything in my skin or on my skin, it's like I instantly know it.
Yeah.
And that's like an 1/8 of an inch long sliver. Oh, excuse me. Looking at the pic, it looks like it's a 3D render. Oh, maybe it is. It's getting very difficult to tell these days what's actually a render and what's not.
But
yes, you can do that. Yeah, it fits on there nice. How does it react when you shoot it?
oh, I haven't tried. I just printed this today, so.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Oh.
Yeah, this one tends to break stuff. This one's got a little oomph in it stuff.
Yeah. Imagine it does. Appropriate name, though.
Yep. Yep.
I'm really liking that filament so far. You know, I know I'm into like cheap filaments and stuff, but there's no stringing on this, so it's like whatever setting I have it at, it's taking it like a boss. I mean, I think I've got it set at 210 for the layers. I think I'm at 10 or 20% infill.
Yeah.
And it's the fast honeycomb, which is going to look really cool when it's done printing.
I finally got that Path.io tweaked in as far as the retracts.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to you about the software to use for that laser if I end up getting it.
Yeah, there's a couple of them out there, and you can start from the bottom end, the real, off the shelf, cheap, quick little Gerbil stuff, and then there's some better stuff. Inkscape is real nice.
Yeah, I think Inkscape was one of the ones I was looking at. I mean, it's the same for cutting vinyl, basically. I mean, it's almost the same, information.
Yeah.
It's actually closer to a vinyl cutter than it is a 3D printer.
Yep.
The only difference is how long do you leave the laser on. So, but like they said, it's like just because it didn't do it right the first time doesn't mean you can't rerun the laser again and do it a second time.
Yep.
And then you just change your tolerances a little bit based on the material. I find that like with 3D printing, it's like as long as I stick within my generic settings that I usually use, no greater than 215 for a PLA, I end up with fine prints. And I don't mess with the retraction. I don't mess with the stringing settings. I don't mess with anything. That's all I do. Find a good temp that works and I stick with it. And I know that a lot of guys are like, oh, that's stupid. You got to tune it. And it's like, nah, hell with that. I don't want to tune anything. I'm lazy. I'm the end user. I'm not going to tune anything. You know, I'd be a 3D printing tech, you know, whatever channel if that was the case. But I'm not. You know, I just use these as a tool. I mean, I never said I was an expert. In fact, I think very specifically in the description of my channel, it says I'm not. You know, I'm learning this stuff the same way everybody else is learning it.
Yep.
Which I think is why I don't have a whole lot of manufacturers approaching me to do reviews on their printers. But I mean, I don't care. If you ask me, more people should, because it's like I'm real. It's like I'm basically doing it the same way that, you know, average person's going to be doing it. You know, I forget more than I remember.
Yeah, I don't know how that is.
It's like if it's been like 2 weeks since I took something apart, I'll be like, how the heck did I do that again? I mean, I took my the dishwasher apart today to fix the bezel on the top. I have 2 parts left over. And I'm like, okay, that's probably not good. But it doesn't leak. And the door closes. But yeah, I sliced the crap out of my thumb today. This is my second bandage for today. I was deep enough that it would not stop bleeding. So I was like, well, so I could, you know, when I was trying to do what I did do, I was going to try to put it back together the right way. And I'm like, I did that. And this bandage my other bandage filled up with blood. And I'm like, I guess I'm not really going to do that today. So they're just plastic pieces. I think they're like little spacers that go into the where the joint is on the door.
Yeah.
And the little, the boot that sits there on the hinge there, the joint. I have to mess around with that, but I didn't have anybody helping me, and I just had my thumb, and I'm like, you know what? I got enough cuts on my hand today. I've got 3 of them just from doing that because of the tin.
Yeah. Have a good night, TK.
Yeah, TK, you have a good night, bud. Sorry about that.
5 a.m. Yeah, it's time to take it easy.
Right? Just the 3 of us. Well, actually, it's probably just the 2 of us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes forget to go back to the, you know, the Google Hangout or the YouTube chat window.
Man, I got to put it on a bigger screen or just get my eyes done. I got to get the cataract taken out of my eye.
Ugh, yeah. It's all right. I actually got to get off here anyway.
Yeah, I got to go in and jump in the shower.
Yeah, I just got to. I just wanted to get the my son's gifts wrapped, and I got all but one taken care of, and I ran out of wrapping paper. I got creative. I used the wrapping paper tube as wrapping paper for one of them.
Yep.
And I'll just have to find something to wrap the other one with in the morning. So, but anyway, I guess we may as well drop out of this.
Yep. Have a good night.
Yeah, well, I'll be offline to talk to you for a sec if you want to do that. But
yeah.
But anyway, for everybody else, have a good night, and sure we'll see you all again here shortly. So have a good night, guys.
Take care.